Hi, everyone. It's Madeline from Italy Beyond the Obvious, and we are on lesson 8. So, lesson 8 is several different videos. This is the first video of lesson 8, and what we're going to do is we're going to start with an overview of the entire customer process. So, when you get a customer, all the steps that you're going to take from the minute that customer contacts you to the end of when you send the customer their final invoice. I just want to recap the customer experience and the customer process. So let's just recap. So you have set up your website, you have information on your website about you, your fees, your services, and you've put up a sample itinerary or two. You've written blog articles, you have been indexed by Google, you have a regular blogging calendar so that you're constantly creating new content. So you're also putting together your little black book of recommendations. You're starting, slowly putting it together and you're working on it. And you are still spending time building and maintaining your online presence. So you've set up maybe your Facebook page, your Pinterest, your Instagram, whatever it is, you're doing a little bit at a time to maintain an online presence so that when people Google you and they want to know who you are, they find stuff. Now, finally, a client contacts you. So what do? You close them, they signed your agreement, and they sent you a deposit. So now you have to get to work, right? So the very first thing you're going to do with this client is you're going to create the customer project. So what you want to do is, or what I recommend that you do, what I do is you create an email folder so that every single thing the customer sends you, you have a place in your email to put it so that you can very quickly find it. And I showed you in an earlier lesson how I am ruthless with subject lines. I change if a customer responds to a hotel email and they ask me a question about restaurants, I change the subject line and I write restaurant question or whatever so that I can really quickly find stuff in email. And I really want everything in writing as much as possible. So that customer email folder for me is super, super important. Then in another place on your computer, or maybe you're using the cloud, maybe you're using Google Docs, but you're going to create a folder for that trip. So all the documents related to that trip are going to be in one place. So that might be hotel confirmations, it might be credit card authorizations, it will be the client contract that you sent them that they signed, any document that is associated with that trip needs to go in some kind of file. Then you're going to create the customer project in whatever planning tool you're using. So that might be Basecamp, that might be a checklist on a Word document, but you're going to create that project. And if you have multiple people working on the project, then it has to be in an area where everybody can access that project, that checklist, or that